having 3, so having some light weights. I've got 2 kilograms for my light weights, 2.3, which is the next ones up, and then 4, which is the next ones up. And we're going to start with the light ones, just to bring a little bit of movement into our hips, or no weights at all if you prefer as well. So strong set position, heels under hips, knees are soft, core is switched on, shoulders are up, back and down, and we're going to start with a deadlift. So bringing those weights down to our knees and coming back up again. The arms are hanging, the weights come all the way down to the knees and stop, and then we come back up again. Good. Just keep the neck in line with your spine. You want to be looking out about 2 meters in front of you rather than looking down at your feet. That's it. Good. Coming down, stopping, and coming back up again. This is our standard deadlift. It's the first of the lifting positions, and we can add other moves to it. So we're going to do that on the next repetition. So come down to your knees, and we're going to do a dead row, a wide one. So pull those elbows out to the side, bring them down, and stand back up again. Good. So hinging, pulling, coming down to the knees and standing. Nice. So hinging, pulling, squeezing those shoulder blades together at the top of the range. Good. And coming back up again. Nice. Lifting, working that upper back now. So stabilizing through the glutes and the core, lifting those elbows up as if we're a puppet with some strings. Good. Remember, yes, looking out 2 meters in front of you. Beautiful. And coming up. We're going to do two more of those. Hinging, pulling, lowering, and standing. And one more. And when you stand, I want you to squeeze those glutes as you come up. Lovely. So resetting back to that strong set position. Heels under hips, upright row. You're going to push your weights together and bring those weights up the front of the body. So elbows are nice and high and wide, and we stop at the bra line. So we're not going up super high here. And again, fronts of the shoulders, upper back, getting a bit of work here. Upright row. You can actually do quite heavy weights for these eventually, but at the moment we're just warming everything up. So 2 more like that. Good. Keeping that weight close to your body. Nice and high and wide with those elbows. Good. Now we're going to do a combination move. So doing a deadlift, standing up, and an upright row. Good. And I want you to really engage your core as you do that upright row. So feel the core stabilizing you. Good. Hinging, pulling, lifting, and lowering. 2 more like that. Good. Looking out 2 meters in front of you there, Pat. Beautiful. Lovely, Moira. And lifting. Well done. Stop there and roll those shoulders up, back and down. We're going to go back to our deadlift. We're going to go down to the knees for 1 though, and then we're going to come up for 3. So go down and stop and up slowly. Down and stop and up slowly. Good. Down and stop. Now that stop, that dead stop is where the core comes in. That's your brakes that stops you. Coming up slowly. 2 more like that. Stop at the knees, coming up slowly, and stop at the knees. Well done. Stop there and roll your shoulders up, back and down. Now, operative word, shoulders. While we've got those light weights in our hands, we're going to come into that strong set position. Roll your shoulders up, back and down, and you're going to bring one arm up to shoulder height and bring it down and swap over to the other side. The fronts of the shoulders getting a workout here. Keep those wrists neutral. The arms are straight. They come up to shoulder height and the body does not move. And the magic of the core stabilizing that the body doesn't move there. Good. Lovely. So one arm up, other arm down. Lovely. Now we're going to go double-handed. So stop there and lift and come back down again. Good. Let's go up for one and then resist it down. So the arms are coming up to shoulder height and stopping and then going down slowly. You probably feel your core starting to burn. Two more like that. Lift and down. Last one. Lift and down. Beautiful. Now lift to where we started. This is now a starting point. Bring your arms out to the side and bring them back in again. Just moving in that range. So opening those shoulders out, bringing them back in again. Good. Now I've upped my weights a little bit on this one, so you're probably not going to get a huge amount of time in the shoulders because my shoulders are starting to complain. If your shoulders are starting to complain, you want to just remove the weight or reduce the weight, you absolutely can. Good. Two more. Last one. Oof. And then come back with control. Well done. So let's pop those weights down on the floor and get one of our heaviest weights. Get set up for some glute bridges down on the floor. So coming down with that weight close to you. Nice and controlled. Holding on to those weights between your hip bones. Feet flat on the floor and bring your heels as close to your hips as you can get them. Tucking your chin, looking at the ceiling. And then lifting those hips up slowly and lowering them slowly. Good. So lifting and lowering. Let's get a nice tempo going here. Up for two, down for two. Up and up, down and down. Good. Good. We're here for a little while, right? So I want you to lift and lower and lower, all the while pushing into your feet, lower and lower. Keeping the knees hip width apart. Up for two, down for two. Nice. Four more at that tempo, and down and down. Up and up. Lovely. Two more, you're doing great. And down and down. Last one. Nice. Now let's go up to the top of the range for one and come halfway down. Go straight back up again and halfway down. Straight up, halfway down. Lovely. Six more like that. Straight up, halfway down. Straight up, halfway down. Nice. Four more. Halfway down. Last two. And down. Lift and down. All the way down to the ground. Take 2 seconds for a little break there. And now we're going to do tempo 1 and 3. So go all the way up to the top and then resist the weight down. I'm going to count it for you. So up for 1, down, 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 up, down, down, and down. Good. Up, down, down, and down. Keep going. Keep pushing into the floor. Keep that control. Up, down, down. Two more. Up. Now the glutes are awake. Last one. And down, and down, and down. Now stay there. Stay in that position. You're going to take that one heavy weight, lift it up over your head, straight into our tricep extensions. So tucking the elbows towards each other and bringing the weight down to the forehead, keeping the hips down on the ground. Good. So extending the weight down to the forehead. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Go down for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Down, nice and slow. And up, nice and slow. Moving smoothly. Slowly down, slowly up. Good. Slowly up. Nice. One more like that. Down slowly, keeping those elbows pointing to the sky, and then lifting. Lovely. So stop here with the weight up above you. You're going to bring your hips up and lock them in. So we're in a glute bridge. Bring those hips up off the ground. That's it. And then we're going to go down for 2 with the tricep extension. Good. And up for 2. So a little bit faster. Down and down and up and up. Oh, right. We're in there now. We're in the midst of the workout. The whole body is working. Triceps getting a bit of a workout here. Glutes squeezing and burning, and the core supporting. Down for 2 and up for 2. Good. 2 more. Down, down, and up, and up. Last one. Down, down, and up, and up. And then bring those weights down to the belly and bring the hips down. Good. From here, you're going to do that in reverse. So bring the hips up and the weights up. And then bring the hips and the weights down. This is a new repetition. 2 things happening at once. Weights up, hips up. If you're not sure, have a look at me. And then weights down, hips down. All happens at the same time. Weights up, hips up. And then down. Weights up, hips up. Weights down, hips down. So the weights are coming straight up, Moira. You're pushing with the elbows. The arms aren't straight. That's it. Weights come down to the belly and they push up as the hips come up. You got it. And down. So let's go up and down. Beautiful. Getting your chest press here. A nice, actually it's a tricep press and the glute bridge. 2 more like that. Hips up. Weights up and down. Last one. Hips up, weights up and down. Well done. Bring that weight close to your belly. Roll up. And I want you to come back down again with at least 2 medium weights, maybe 2 heavy weights, to do some chest presses. So we're going to do chest presses today. Actually, I'm just going to angle that camera down a little bit so you can see in case you need to look. There you go. So chest presses, what we normally do is chest flies with the arms straight. So we're going to start with those weights by our side and push up and then bring those weights down. So the elbows go out towards the floor. We gradually bend the elbows as we go down. We're pushing and lowering. And this is why I said maybe slightly heavier weights here. Now with the chest press, we're using the pectorals. The shoulders are working less than in the chest fly, but we still need our core to help us, right? So we still need that squeeze in the core. So push down into your feet, squeeze your glutes, and pull your belly button down towards the floor. It'll make the exercise infinitely easier. Good. Up and down. Good. Beautiful. Looking good. 2 more like that. We're just going up and down, feeling that chest working. Now stop with the weights up, and we're going to add a bit more core by lifting those feet up off the floor. So knees at 90 degrees, shins parallel to the ground. You might find that those legs start to creep up. Keep them at 90 degrees. And we're going to do a chest press. So up and down, nice and slowly. There's a tempo of 2 and 2, nice and slow. Good. And the core is now helping us. Now we've got no choice but to use that core. So keep those legs still. Keep them at 90 degrees. Keep that discipline of those shins parallel to the ground. Beautiful. 2 more like that. Last one. Well done. Oof. Bring the feet down. Bring the weights down. You're going to roll up into boat pose. Boat pose. Get rid of one of those weights and then come back down again with one of the weights. Feet up. And now we're going to finish off with some tricep extensions with the core working, feet up off the floor. Good. So let's go down to the forehead for 1 and then up for 3. So down to the forehead for 1, up for 3. We're going to do 6 more of these. Down and up for 3. And I can feel my core working. Hopefully you can feel yours as well. Down and up we go. Beautiful. Control those weights. Squeeze those elbows in. Down and squeeze. Last one. Down and squeeze up. Really well done. Bring those weights down to your belly and come up. See if you can stop in boat pose. Evenly, please. There you go. Lovely. Bring your feet down to the floor and get rid of the weight. Now's a good time to have a sip of water if you need it, and we're going to come up to standing up. So we're going to do a little bit more in our upper back, which is what we alluded to in the warm-up. Same exercises, but you're going to go heavier if you feel like you've got it in you today. So 2 of the heaviest weights you've got as an option. Strong set position. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. And we're going to start with that basic move, that deadlift. So down to the knees and back up again. Similar to what we did in that warm-up. Good. And you want to be pushing those weights against your thighs. They stop when they get to the kneecaps and then they come up again. Lovely. Now we're going to stop down at the knees and we're going to do a narrow row. So bring those elbows back, lower and stand up. Good. So hinging down to the knees, elbows against the ribs, lower and stand up. Good. Hinge, bring those weights back, lower and stand. Beautiful. Good job, ladies. Keep going. 2 more. Down, lower and stand. Last one. Pulling, lowering and standing. Lovely. So again, similar to the warm-up, we're going to do some upright rows. So bring that weight up for 1 and then lower it down slowly. Now, because the weight is heavier, you can feel that core working and lower. Good. Just checking in, nice and high and wide with the elbows and down slowly. So really resist that weight as you come down. Good. Lift and lower. 2 more like that. Lifting and lowering. And last one. Well done. Lovely. Let's get rid of one of those weights. And then we're going to bring the other one in front of us. Now, I'm going to break with tradition here today. And we're going to do just not some super deep squats, but we are going to do some squats. So feet nice and wide. Keep your chest high. And you're going to send your hips back. So very similar to what we do in that deadlift, right? You don't have to go super low here, but keep your back straight. Now, where you've got this weight in front of you, that's forcing you to balance. Good. And try and split the floor apart with your feet. So really ground down through those feet. You're really good, ladies. Lovely. I've taught you well. Control those knees, Pat. Lovely. 2 more like that. Last one. Nice. Now we're going to use that squat. So come down into a half squat. And then as you stand up, you're going to lift that weight overhead. Bring it back down again. Come into that half squat and lift that weight overhead. Beautiful. Squat presses. Who'd have thought? Now keep those elbows to the front of your body. Ask me, I know I've hit myself in the face before, so you don't want to hit yourself in the face with those weights. It's not very nice. Coming down and pushing. 2 more like that. coming down and pushing. Last one. And push. Well done. Stop there. 2 medium or 2 heavy weights to work our biceps. So I think I like to introduce slightly more complicated things in, and I am going to add to those. So strong set position, heels under hips. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. We're going to do single arm bicep curls here because we've gone a little bit heavier. Also, quite nice for you, Moira, with your arm, you get to focus on one arm at a time. Now, just going to show you what I'm doing. I'm doing hammer curls, Moira, because I've also got something going on with my wrist. So that means the wrists are not moving. The weights are just staying in the same orientation. That's it. Good. So don't bring those weights up towards your shoulders. Just keep them in the same angle. That's it. That's it. Not twisting at all. Good. So Pat, do one and then do the other one. So lift and lower and lift and lower. There you go. So you can focus on each side. Good. Because that might help you, Moira, with the elbow as well. Or at least it gives the elbow a reprieve. It's definitely helping my wrist because my wrist is an old injury as well. Good. One and then the other one, Pat. Take your time here. Good. 2 more. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. Woo! Well done. Get rid of those weights now. Now going with the heavier weights means we need to do less repetitions. We're going to come down to the floor and we're going to work our core now. Just the core. No combinations here. So starting off in that dead bug position with your knees at 90 degrees and your head on the floor. You're going to push your hands against your knees and then you're going to push those knees back against the hands. And let's start with the left leg. To keep that connection to the right one, straighten it, left leg, and then send it out above your head, arm above your head, that's it, and then reach up. So keep pushing against the opposite leg. We're only working the left leg here. Left leg, so we're not swapping, Pat. We're pushing against the right leg, pushing right leg against right hand. Left hand, left leg, extending. Good. 2 more. 1 and 2. Oh, beautiful. And stopping. Now, push the left arm against the left leg. Extend the right leg. And the right arm goes up above the head. And lift. Now the head is still on the floor. So you're just keeping that connection to the knee, keeping the knee pushing against the arm. Good. So you want to have active leg and hand on the other side. Beautiful. 2 more. Inhaling as you lift, exhaling as you come up. Inhaling and exhaling. Well done. Hug those knees into your chest. That one's tough, isn't it? That's a good one. It's a really good one, that one. Nice. Okay, we're going to have a little practice with our boat poses now that our cores are switched on. Keep on hugging your knees into your chest. And from here, you're going to roll yourself up. So roll up and stop. That's it. Roll down with control. And you can hold on to the backs of your thighs this time. Come up and stop. Good. Roll down. Now this is what the core muscles are for. They're for stopping. They're our brakes. Come up and stop. Keep your chest high. Try not to round through your back. Lower down slowly. Now, Pat, I want you to look over your feet. Because I want you to lift your chest, not just your head. That's it. And coming back down again. 2 more. Come up and stop. And come down. Last one. Up and stop. Nice. And then just come to sitting. Now, I just want to say it's okay to wobble in that. All right. So because of the coming up and stop, so have a look at me, because I'm saying come up and stop. If you come up and you're having a wobble here, it's okay. That's what this is about. I'd rather you come up and have that high chest than come up to here, because here you're putting strain on your back, right? I mean, I can still feel my core working, but the back is also strained. Whereas the high chest is much better. So let's just have another go at those. Take your time and just check in with yourself to make sure that your back is straight. So coming up, and have a little wobble if you need it. That's it. Pull yourself up with your core. That's it. Much better. Lovely. Roll down with control. 2 more. Up and stop. Lift, lift, lift. Good. And back down again. Last one. Lift, lift, lift. Beautiful. Well done. Bring your feet down to the floor. Bring your head down to the floor. And then bring your arms out wide. The hard work is done. We're in cool down mode. Well done. Bring your knees over to one side just to stretch that lower back and start to stretch the glutes. And then come back to center and bring your knees over to the other side. Looking out over the other shoulders. Come back to center. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. This is that classic figure of 4 glute stretch. And put your hand on the inside of that knee and push it away from you. Just breathing here. And then taking hold of the back of the right thigh. Maybe your head comes up off the ground, maybe it doesn't. But you're using that right thigh to push the left foot towards you a little bit more and to increase that stretch in the glute. And of course, you're there already, Pat. Moira, you can add the hamstring stretch if you want to by lifting the other leg up. Good. And pushing into the heel. Now, if your head is up off the ground, we can use our core here, trying to bring the shoulders up as well and try for your head to be relaxed. Nice. Let's swap over to the other side. Those glutes work really hard today. So left foot down on the floor, right ankle crosses over that left knee. This is as far as I can get, so I'm not going to demo it on this side. And then pushing the inside of that right knee away. Taking a hold of the back of that left thigh, if that feels good. And you're there already, Pat, adding the hamstring stretch if it feels good as well. So extending that leg up to the top. I'm going to do that here. Good. Okay, we've got another opportunity for boat pose to bring us up. I'm kicking my legs, I'm so excited. Let's come up into boat pose and then let the feet come down. And come up to something. Just for some upper body stretches. Well done. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. And open your arms out wide. So we're going to stretch our chest. Shoulders getting a stretch here as well. So arms coming behind you. That's it. And then round through your back. So clasp your hands in front of you and pull away. Head comes down. If you want to have a little wiggle from side to side just to get those shoulders as well, you can. Open those arms out wide. One more bicep stretch. So palm up. And then you place your hand on your fingers and pull them back. So palm up. That's it. You got it. And then the other side. Lovely.